Welcome to Buzzed and Baffled, the podcast where the wine flows, the stories twist, and the truth is always stranger than fiction. We laugh, we sip, and we dive into tales that leave us buzzing with questions and baffled by reality.
But before we uncork the weirdness, a quick disclaimer. We're not experts, just curious storytellers with glasses in hand. All content within this podcast is our humble opinion. Some content may be dark, disturbing, or downright inappropriate, so listener discretion is advised. And remember, nothing pairs better with a wild story than a good pour, so let's get buzzed and baffled.
So we are back.
We are. My thing's all messed up here.
Well, you are pretty far from it.
I know. I gotta just move closer.
I think you gotta.
I really wanted to cozy into the back of my seat.
You can. You just have to be closer while you do it.
I want the arm of my mic stretched completely to the max. Hi, Lana. You gotta lay down. Come on, lay down.
Are you gonna pretend to be a good girl?
Good girl. She's allowed to be in the pod room now, as long as she just lays quietly.
Which she's real good at.
She does it about 2/3 of the time.
And we have a new updated pod room.
We do. I very precisely put in.
I could tell that the measurements were something you were really, really focused on.
Well, all I did was I took how long the floating shelves were, multiplied it by 2, and then subtracted that from how long the panel was. But as I'm looking, that panel is bigger than that one, which is why there's a different size gap.
The room is not symmetrical at all.
So there's about a 2-inch gap between one of them and about 1.5 inches between the other. But
I didn't even notice until you said something, and then I looked to see what did she mess up.
I figured if I didn't tell you, you would notice while we're recording and just rip on me. So
I'd be like, oh my God.
Threw myself under the bus.
But we have Rosenhan up there now in all his glory.
It's beautiful.
We have our mother goddess, Alanis.
Her candle that I lovingly, along with the barefoot wine that I lovingly brought back from Las Vegas.
Our emergency
wine.
Our emergency one, because we might run out.
We might. We only have 2 cases of wine in here, plus another probably half a case in my fridge, and I don't know how much is at your house.
I have 5 bottles left at my house from the case. We are going to be getting a wine fridge, though, on Black Friday. So we will have chilled wine in here. We won't even have to go to the living room.
I know.
Or into the kitchen.
Yeah, we'll just have to remember when we're done to bring it into the kitchen with us so we don't have to walk all the way back to the pod room.
David, go get us one.
You're forcing me to watch Real Housewives.
We are watching Real Housewives Salt Lake City, and it is amazing.
I need to get one of those stone chillers and put it out on my coffee table. So once we're done out here, it can just go out there and stay cold.
Yes. You get one on wheels, or maybe a robotic one that just follows us.
Yeah, okay.
But Kyla's loving. We're going to see what happens when they talk about the airplane incident that we didn't get to see.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just so into Real Housewives. I can't stop watching it.
Do you know what season starts next?
Well, you've told me 30 times it's Beverly Hills.
I'm so excited. That is my favorite. Beverly Hills and New York are my favorites.
Well, there you go.
I am not making you watch the Mormon Housewives one.
No, I'm not watching that. I was disappointed when I thought it was a documentary and it wasn't.
Well, it kind of is a documentary. It's documenting them fighting in real time.
I'm not learning. It's not teaching me anything of value.
I mean, it's teaching me that I don't want to be Mormon.
Well, I don't think most people need to be taught that. Well, but here we are.
We are ready. And I have a story today. I have 2 stories, technically.
I only knew of one when I asked her if she wanted a certain dish made for dinner tonight. She's like, oh, yeah, that works, because we'll get into it. But she's like, also, the other story takes place in Norway. She's like, but I didn't want you to make salt cod or anything. I was like, oh, dang it.
I did not tell her where the other story took place until she'd already committed to a dish. And then I let her know.
Otherwise, I was going to make you something horrifying from Norway.
Well, and I also didn't tell you that while the story is about capybaras that are from Peru, the story takes place in England because I also didn't want that meal.
Yeah, you really played it well on the I won't call it lying, the conscious omission, strategic omission. That's what I call it.
I stacked the deck in my favor.
We did have capybara for dinner, though. We did not. Don't USDA. Don't.
No, we did not.
It was skirt steak. Like it wasn't capybara.
I mean, I don't know where the steak came from.
Beyond coming from Mikado, I don't know where they got it.
And surprisingly, today is not about murder at all.
Good.
I mean, there's still some sad stuff in there. And I didn't even try. Like, I was like, oh, of course. Like, I can't get away from it.
You just can't help yourself.
So today we're going to be talking about capybaras and walruses.
And our wine is called...
It's marsh themed based on the label.
Yeah. It's from the Man family, or MAN. I don't know. I haven't turned it over yet. It's called Whirlwind Sauvignon Blanc from the Cape Coast.
I don't know which Cape or which coast.
You just picked it on vibes.
I did. I looked at the label and I said, that one works.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that at the very bottom of this label, it says imported by Vineyard Brands of Birmingham, Alabama.
you know, wine country of Birmingham, Alabama.
Man Family Wines is committed to sustainable winemaking. The vineyards are primarily dry farmed, and our focus is on the health of the soil and the surrounding flora and fauna, some of which appear on the illustrated wine labels. This fresh Sauvignon Blanc strikes an appealing balance of herbaceous flavors and bright tropical fruit. The vineyards are located on higher, temperate sites, which are cooled by the seasonal whirlwind or whirlwinds. Marie, Annette, and Nikki, okay, so that's the MAN, started the winery together with their spouses in 2001. They remain dedicated to making high-quality, honest wines of exceptional value. Okay, it's South Africa. I was like, I still don't know where this is from. It's from the Cape Coast of South Africa.
Okay.
So we're way down.
We're way down
at the bottom of the continent of Africa. Interesting. We've had a couple wines from South Africa. Mm-hmm. One has been good. One has not been good.
Well, we're about to find out.
This is a very pretty label, though.
That's why I picked it. I bought it at Benny's.
Oh. I hope the mics pick that up. We're not just a bunch of silence.
I mean, you can hear it a little bit. Ooh. Oh, I don't know.
It smells tropical. I hope it's not like the Walmart Sauvignon meat that's in the bag marked cooking wine now.
It's like, oh, that's pungent.
It's a little sweet for me. I would not put this in the crisp mineral.
No, it is not minerally at all.
It's not.
I also would not put that in the Sauvignon Blanc family.
No, it tastes.
It's more like a Pinot.
Yeah, it's not. There's no sharpness to it. It's like soft.
This is like a sweet table wine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you expect from a Nicole who calls herself Nikki?
Maybe that's her real name, is Nikki.
That would be awful. So, like, this is not one that I would buy again.
It's not the worst thing ever, and like, I'm going to continue to drink it.
It's better.
It's better than Relax.
It's better than Relax.
As long as we compare everything to Relax or next week's wine.
That's true. Because next week is a Thanksgiving episode.
And I should clarify, it's going to be an episode on Thanksgiving. My story is not Thanksgiving themed.
But the wine is Thanksgiving themed. And it's going to be terrible. Mm-hmm. I think it might beat Relax.
It might. We could do a side-by-side tasting if we're, because I still have a bottle of Relax.
Because we really you have 2 bottles?
No, I still have the other one that's open in the fridge.
Oh, God. If we really hate ourselves, we'll do a side-by-side taste testing. Like, if I was at a wine tasting, this is what I'd put in the spittoon. Be like, nope.
Yeah, it's not. There's no acidity to it at all, which is kind of a bummer because if there was a little tang to it, the flavor wouldn't be bad. But
it reminds me of flat Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's flat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, can't win them all.
Nope. I have entitled, though, today's episode, A Terror by Land and by Sea.
You know what that reminds me of?
What?
When you told me you thought Paul Revere was saying... What did you think you were saying?
What if by land? What if by sea?
What if by land? What if by sea? like WHAT if. What if by land? What if by... And this was just like 3 months ago that this 45-year-old woman admitted that's what she thought this whole time because he was riding his horse through the city of Boston.
He was questioning which way are they coming,
asking all the townsfolk, what if?
He didn't know, and he needed to warn people.
What do we do?
He didn't know where they were coming from.
What if by land? What if by sea?
This seems like a very logical assumption on my part. Oh, Lord. They put me in charge of people.
Yeah, that's... I'm guessing you didn't have to take a history class to get your MSW.
Nope, I did not.
You didn't have to do like the American Revolution or anything.
Nope. Today's story takes place in Telford, England, at the Who Zoo and Dinosaur World.
Oh, okay.
Did you see how I looked at the sign to make sure that I didn't use
I don't even have my sprayer.
The word, so I was like, nope, not going to say it.
Yeah, already know.
She's locked and loaded.
Yeah. Like you did to me last time, right in the mouth.
I'd do it again. The Who Zoo has primates, lemurs, large cats, and most importantly, capybaras.
Very important for a zoo to have.
I don't want to go to a zoo that does not have a capybara.
Not after meeting one.
Nope. Coconut. Capybaras are the world's largest living rodent, and they hail from South America and are related to guinea pigs. They live naturally both in dense forests and savannas, and they prefer to live near bodies of water as they are semi-aquatic.
Mm-hmm.
As we learned at the zoo, they will only go to the bathroom in water.
Right in front of you.
Yep, they'll just drop a deuce right in front of you.
That was so disgusting. It wasn't disgusting because an animal pooped. It was disgusting
because
the fish in the tank were like, ooh.
And the turtles were eating it. It was so gross. Capybaras are pack animals, and they typically live in groups of 10 to 20, consisting of both male and females. Which is why I was kind of sad that Coconut was by himself.
Mm-hmm. But they did say they were getting another one.
Yeah. They grow to be about 4 feet in length. How much do you think a capybara normally weighs?
If I remember correctly, they get up to like 135 pounds.
Yeah. Adults will weigh up to 145 pounds. The largest ever found in nature was a female who was 201 pounds.
Damn.
She was in Brazil.
She's thick.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
They tend to live about 10 years in captivity, and they are herbivores. They're selective in their diets, and they are prone to lack vitamin C. So if their diets are not supplemented, they tend to develop scurvy.
Huh.
I suppose like in the savannas of Brazil, it's not like there's orange groves for them to snack on.
No, that's interesting though that they would evolve to live in a place where they're missing a nutrient.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Well, I'm sure in the wild, lots of animals are missing nutrients. They tend not to live very long in the wild. So in the wild, capybara's primary predators are jaguars and anacondas.
Oh, Jesus H.
Capybaras are also hunted and farmed for their meat, fur, and fat by humans. Especially that 201-pounder.
Big gal.
You make a lot of candles out of
Oh
that.
my God.
And in many South American countries, capybara is a popular meat during Lent.
Yeah, I read about something that like they can eat it because it got like a special dispensation from the Pope or something that it wasn't actually meat, or because they're like semi-aquatic, it
It counts as a
they
fish.
counted it. Yeah, it was something.
What does the Pope?
Goofy ass
What does
like
the
that.
Pope have against capybaras? They're adorable.
I don't know.
Wow, Catholics. Wow.
We need some feedback on that, Pope Leo, if you're listening.
Mm-hmm. Today we're going to be talking about one capybara in particular. Her name is Cinnamon. And you can see Cinnamon on the board right there.
She looks mischievous.
She is.
Yeah, she has a little twinkle in her eye up there.
If Lana was a capybara, she would be Cinnamon.
Oh, did Cinnamon run away and never come back? Does Cinnamon also not listen?
On Friday, September 13th, 2024, zookeepers noticed that Cinnamon was not in her zoo enclosure. A zoo employee had left the gate open in order for a tractor to drive through and had forgotten to close it.
I've been there.
We've all let Lana out,
Yep.
except your mother.
Yeah. I think she probably has. She just hasn't admitted it.
Geldell won't admit it. 20 zoo employees searched high and low for her near her enclosure, but due to the dense foliage, they were not able to locate her. Due to the type of habitat Cinnamon enjoys, even at 55 pounds, she was able to move within and under the foliage while the zookeepers were not able to do so. So here is a map of the zoo, and the capybara cage is that little blue dot.
Okay.
I will also have this on buzzedandbaffled.net so you, viewers, can follow along.
This is very reminiscent of the Red Panda Zoo where they have like the weird barns and like Carnivore Alley.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But Kyla has a lot of experience trying to lure escaped geese
I
back.
absolutely do hours and hours.
What would you do to try to get Cinnamon back?
Well, with Lana, I can like throw her chunks of steak and hope that works, but I can't really do that for Cinnamon, an herbivore. I guess, I don't know, some like carrots and shit.
Like a little trail?
Yeah.
Trying to get her back
some
in.
celery.
Sad. If I was Cinnamon, I wouldn't come for celery. They attempted to lure her back to the enclosures with apples and pears as treats, as well as capybara sounds and scents. And I'm going to let you decide how they got those scents all on your own.
One time, I think it was the second time or third time Lana escaped. I was able to successfully lure her in by playing puppy sounds on YouTube, but of course I can only do it once because then she catches on. So I burned that one early on.
You got to really decide if it's worth luring her in or just
I
waiting.
had to
her
like
out.
carry a blanket around and pretend there was a puppy in it so she would come in.
I think her idea, though, of a net gun
Mm-hmm.
is really where it's at.
Yeah,
for
I need my
Lana.
Uncle Jim to like put me together a net gun.
You could probably like make a PVC pipe gun like you do for like potato guns
Mhm.
and do something like that.
Or a dart gun. I'd be on board with a tranquilizer gun too.
Well, you could probably just buy those. But, for Cinnamon, it was to no avail. So she escaped on Friday. On Saturday, following her escape, Cinnamon is seen outside the perimeter fence.
Oh.
By Tuesday, September 17th, they suspected that Cinnamon had traveled all the way across the park, so from one end all the way to the top.
This looks like, it's a pretty big park.
And they thought that she was north near the Humber Brook River. The zookeeper said Cinnamon is probably living her best life.
Oh yeah. She's like, oh yeah, I found a river. Like I can just do my thing.
The zoo had asked the public to report any sightings and said that the giant rodent should not be approached.
But she's so cute.
If I saw a capybara just like walking through the woods, sure as shit, I'm walking
Yeah.
up to it. So while it was difficult to track Cinnamon through the dense grass surrounding the zoo, they were able to spot evidence of where she had been through tracks and scat.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday night, after 5 days of Cinnamon being on the lam, the zoo decided to bring in the big guns.
Oh boy.
What do you think they tried next?
Did they try to live trap her?
No.
Oh, it's so much worse, isn't it?
The zookeepers began tracking her with a thermal camera on a drone.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
Here's a picture of Cinnamon running through the underbrush from drone footage.
That's awesome.
Also on buzzedandbaffled.net.
That's what I need. I need a drone with a thermal camera so when she goes that I can't see her anymore.
You don't need that because Facebook alerts you because you were still in the yard, didn't even know she was out, and I sent you the text.
Yeah, I was working in the yard and I get a text and Nicole has texted me a photo someone posted on Facebook, like lost and found of the UP.
Is this dog? Do you know this dog? And it's Lana.
I turn around and the gates open and she's gone. I'm like, how in the hell did that happen? I just saw her 5 minutes ago.
That's how long it took Facebook to be on the
It's
case.
just oh my God.
It is now Wednesday the 18th. The zoo employees had located her by following her tracks to a small pond, but were still unable to capture her as she continued to hide from zoo employees in the tall grass. So she had made it out of the zoo, and she is at that second red dot up top.
Okay.
So she's made it out the perimeter, and she's making a break for it.
Okay. Yeah, she's like a kilometer away. At least.
Yeah, she's been moving.
Yeah, she's moving.
At this point, the zoo determined they would need to use live traps to catch her to avoid driving her further from the zoo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Kyla, I put this in here just for you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Tell me what you know about trapping animals. I know you have a background in it.
There's a DNR lady who lived down the road from us when we were little, and she used to have to live trap animals. And every once in a while, she'd have a little fawn or something at the house. Mm-hmm.
What about beavers? Have you ever trapped beavers?
Shut up. I have not trapped beavers. Nor do I know anyone who has.
Thankfully, the live traps worked. And on Friday the 20th, after a full week of being on the lam, Cinnamon was captured within the neighboring woodland conservation area and returned to safety of her zoo enclosure, where she was reunited with her parents and twin brother.
Oh
and
my
there
God.
is a picture of Cinnamon being live trapped in the swamp.
She's like,
she's
I
not
regret
sorry.
nothing.
She's like, I would do it again.
I'd do it again.
In a heartbeat.
Cinnamon.
So if we
She
ever
had the best time.
So if we ever make it to England, we're gonna go visit Cinnamon.
Oh, for sure. We're taking the train to Birmingham, going up to the Who Zoo.
To the Who Zoo and Dinosaur Park.
Yeah, weirdly, the dinosaur park. Okay.
There's if you look, there's a bunch of the plastic dinosaurs, giant ones, you know? I'm the whole place looks ridiculous,
Mhm.
but if you have a capybara, I'm there.
Yeah. I mean, the last place we went to, the capybara was an aquarium inside of a mall.
I'm we didn't care. We will pay our $30.
And it was cheap.
And we got to pet otters.
Mm-hmm.
There's also pictures of that on buzzedandbaffled.net.
Okay.
And now we're going to switch gears. That was the terror by land. Now we're going to
Now
talk
we're to the what if by sea.
the what if by sea. Now we have Freya the sea lion.
Freya, that was her name.
The second half of the story takes place in Norway and focuses on a blubbery ball of rage.
I'm sitting right here, Nicole.
A walrus named Freya. And now here's the education part, because you notice there's two different looking walruses up
Mhm.
on the board. Walruses can be found in the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Male walruses in the Pacific can grow to be between 7 and 12 feet long. How big do you think they get in pounds?
They're like
So
2,200 pounds.
4,000.
Oh boy.
So the
That's so
Pacific one
big.
is the lower one.
Yeah, with the longer tusks.
Longer tusks. The Atlantic walrus is the daintier counterpart, and the males grow up to 8 feet, and they weigh about 2,000 pounds.
That's so big. And seeing a picture, I know doesn't do like, I would have to see one in person to realize actually how big they freaking are.
Yeah, like I'm sure their heads are like tanks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just to be able to support like the Pacific one, just to support those tusks.
Yes. What a goofy looking animal.
I know. A walrus can have up to 4 inches of fat on their body, and the fat often makes up 1/3 of their body weight.
Same girl.
I was like, I know how that feels. Like, girl,
4 inches, you gotta try harder than that.
like, are you even getting ready for winter? A walrus is usually about the same size as a mid-sized sedan or a
Jesus
small
Christ.
SUV.
That's insane to think about.
Like, it's the same size as my Equinox.
Yeah. That's absurd.
Uh-huh. The Atlantic walrus has smaller tusks than the Pacific walrus. And the walrus's natural environment is the cold, shallow waters of the Arctic. They live on the sea ice and hunt in the shallow waters in the winter and on the pebbled beaches in the summer. They typically stay in water less than 80 meters deep, so about 262 feet. Like, they still have to breathe.
Yeah. That's actually a lot deeper than I thought they would go.
Mm-hmm. But Freya, our young Freya, was an Atlantic walrus who was observed in the Oslo Fjord and the waters of several other European countries.
Oh, she's a traveling gal.
Mm-hmm. Freya was the first walrus to visit the Netherlands country in 23 years when she was spotted in October of 2021. She'd also been spotted near Denmark, Germany, and England. And she was identified by a pink spot that she had on her nose, small tusks, and an injury she had on her flipper. Freya was originally from much further north in Norway, about 1,200 miles away.
Oh, wow. That's a long way.
Yeah, and people wondered why Freya had strayed so far from her normal territories.
She want to get those passport stamps. She wanted a stroopwafel. Like, girl, I go 1,200
Yeah.
miles for a stroopwafel.
Well, and so, like, why do you think Freya came as far south as she did?
Did she get just like lost? Are they
Like more scientific reasons.
is she seeking different water temperature, like from global warming?
Yep, you're on the right track.
Okay.
So scientists propose that climate change in the Arctic and the results of the ice shelves melting caused an increase in competition for food.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
So she was first spotted in 2021, but she came to true fame in 2022. Why do you think she became famous?
I think I saw videos of her like climbing into people's boats and shit and just like being a menace.
She was a real pain in the ass.
Like, she would like chase people in town and stuff.
She was observed on multiple occasions hauling boats from their slip and then sinking them when she would crawl into them to sunbathe.
Yep.
As observed in this photo.
Yeah. See, I mean, a girl just wants to get a little bronzer. And you can't. Also, Freya, maybe don't pick an inflatable raft.
God, I have to drink some more of this
I
wine.
mean, you don't have to. You have
I
backup wine.
I'm going to drink my backup wine. This is the good wine, the white Malbec. I think you need to make a soup or something with this wine.
Yeah, I'll put it in, I don't know, it's Thanksgiving. I'll find something to cook.
Oh, where am I? The public became enamored with Freya and began to seek her out to take pictures of her, and they would throw items at her. Being around humans can be stressful to walruses, and they are negatively impacted by the noise from boat engines and will stampede if they are on land and become stressed. Most of my stories are buzzkills. So how do you think
Oh,
I'm
no. God damn it.
do you think
Nicole.
I'm able to end my streak here?
No.
Uh-huh. While Norway officials began to be concerned, they observed people would crowd around closely to Freya. And on one occasion, Freya chased a woman on the beach when she got too close.
Well, that bitch deserved it.
I'm also thinking, how fast could a 2,000-pound walrus
Yeah.
move?
I mean, in the water, I guess they're pretty nimble, but on land, I mean, I've seen like nature documentaries. They look like when I'm trying to roll out of bed or something. Like,
Like, I imagine, like, maybe once she picks up steam, she's okay.
but like you gotta get like they like do the worm.
Yeah. Like, it's going to take her a while to get moving. So this became a concern to the Norwegian government, and they determined it would be too costly to catch and relocate her.
That's bullshit. They should have made that woman pay for catching and relocating her versus what's coming next.
So on August 22nd, 2022, they chose to euthanize her.
That's fucking whack. Just like Harambe. Remember Harambe?
Yep. Not surprisingly, this caused outrage, with many stating that the Norwegian authorities were too hasty with their decision. Biologists stated that it was unfortunate that too often humans seek to dispose of animals that they find inconvenient, citing that Freya was not showing signs of stress but was curious about humans.
Yeah, she wanted to hang out.
Yeah.
She wanted to sunbathe.
She just wanted to float on the boat.
Yeah, leave her alone.
Meanwhile, authorities doubled down on their decision, stating that sometimes we have to make unpopular decisions. After her death, $16,500 was raised, which I'm like, couldn't you raise that money to relocate her?
No kidding.
And they made a bronze statue. But I'm going to show you a picture of the statue. I would be like,
Okay.
I know that she's supposed to be like sleeping.
She looks dead.
I'm like, did they cast her after the euthanized
Because that's
her?
what it looks like.
Uh-huh.
Also, because she's like laying on her side, it looks like a giant dead turd with tusks.
It does.
This is almost as bad as that Tina Turner bronze statue.
Oh my god, I saw that. I'm like, why is her hair so tall?
She's not one of the Buckingham Palace guards. Why does she have like one of those bearskin hats on? Oh, Freya, this makes me so upset.
But don't worry. There are other walruses who picked up the torch and continue to sink boats in Freya's honor.
Yes.
Wally the walrus is a 1,700-pound male who has been sinking boats in Ireland. There's Wally.
I think this is the one I remember seeing
Instead-
more recently.
Instead of euthanizing him, the Irish government determined to give him a huge float to lounge on so that he would leave local boats alone.
See, there you go. It looks like all they did was just like
They just tied some...
get like a chunk of a cargo, like a floating bridge.
Yeah.
And he's happy as can be.
He lived out the summer happily and was last seen in the Atlantic with his walrus friends.
Nice.
See, I was able to turn it around.
A little bit. We're still gonna hashtag justice for Freya.
Yes. Freya got the short end of the stick.
Yeah, that's whack.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in many of our stories, the key point has been leave them alone.
Yeah.
Leave the people alone. Leave the walrus alone, because this is what happens.
I mean, it's a general rule. I mean, I want to be left alone. If you come and poke at me, I'm also going to charge at you. And I'm like a blubbery beast.
I'm just like sunbathing, minding my own goddamn business. And you come up and see you like throwing fish at me or something.
And so what if I pulled one more boat out of a slip and sunk it in the Portage Canal?
Yeah.
Like, let me do what I have to do.
Good God.
I only do it to the owners who deserve it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So those are the stories of Cinnamon, Freya, and Wally.
And
I hope
Wally.
Wally is living his best life, and I hope he goes back to sink a few more boats.
Yep.
But not in Norway.
No. Those pictures up there of the kind of groups of them. So when we were in Alaska on our cruise, we were coming back south, and there was, it wasn't an island, it was like a rock offshore, a big one, but it wasn't big enough to be an island, and it was covered in sea lions.
I bet you the smell coming off of that
God.
was pungent.
We were probably 500 yards away, and it was so bad. Like, I was gagging. 500 in the open air.
Like the ammonia smell, I imagine.
Oh my God. Yeah. And I asked the nature interpreter or whatever, I'm like, hey, what's up with that? She's like, yeah, that's just like because it's full of urine and they have the oils in their coats. It was really cool to see, but once that
it was ripe.
Whoa, it was so smelly from so far away.
Well, I would go in the summers to Washington to see my family out there. And in Edmonds, they have, I don't know if they were seals or walruses, but first of all, they're fucking loud. Like first thing in the morning, all you hear is oop, 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 oop. But the smell on like Puget Sound has the smell in and of itself. It's just like rotting jellyfish. But the seals were just awful.
Yeah, I'm sure my Aunt Cindy will text me with the exact smell of Puget Sound when she's listening to this.
Maybe she'll bottle it and send it to us.
Please do not. We don't need that.
A little fresh water.
It just like goes down and like captures some air in a jar and sends it.
little jellyfish carcass in there to like sweeten the deal.
Gross. Well, I learned
about walruses.
Yeah, I had no idea that there was two different kinds until I saw that up there.
I want to know how the Pacific walrus eats with those tusks.
If you would have shown me without having the names on there, I would have assumed the Pacific ones were the males and the Atlantic ones were the females.
Yeah.
But I don't know how they eat. We'll have to watch a YouTube video because it's probably quite comical.
Well, and I'm assuming they use that to like spear fish and things like that. But also they're going the wrong direction to be like, are they just like going through and like,
looks like, I don't know, it just makes me think they're like, like
if Ted was an aquatic animal, he'd be the Pacific walrus.
Yeah, Wally right here is like Ted. They're the same color.
Yeah, but he farts as much as Ted too.
He probably does. Although Ted does not like water. You know, a Chesapeake Bay retriever, he will not go up past his chest.
Really?
Yep.
Well, like Percy doesn't and Molly doesn't, but they're not water dogs. They're toy breeds.
Ted's not a water dog either, apparently.
Poor teddy bear. But Yolanda loves it.
I don't know. I've never let her go in the water.
Because you would never see her again. She would swim away.
She's allowed to like walk in on leash and that's it.
How do you keep a leash on her? Is there like 16-point harness?
Yeah, I have a harness.
I picture her coming out like Hannibal Lecter.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't have a collar. She would slip out of a collar in a second. She has that harness that has like buckles and it's very straight jacket. Like
you would like to eat it with some fava beans.
Well, hopefully I don't have to give any more escaping animal stories. But yeah, we'll have to go visit Cinnamon, the capybara.
I mean, I want to visit any capybara. I do think that we have to look up the zoo in Tennessee near your aunt and uncle and see. I want to be holding these animals. I'm only paying the hundreds of dollars if I can hold them.
Yeah, none of this feed them a strawberry on a stick bullshit.
No, I want to be full on in there with them. I want them sitting on my lap.
Yep.
I don't care. I will pay $400 to do this.
Yeah, like you said, we gotta find one of them unethical zoos.
I want to go to the Tiger King. I want to go to the Tiger King Zoo. I want up close and personal. Well, when I was at the DeYoung Zoo, they're like, "Do you want to hold this honey badger?" I'm like, "Yeah." I had to think about it for a second, though.
You weren't just like, "Oh, my kindred spirit."
I was like, "Oh, cousin Phil." So what's tomorrow, or not tomorrow? What is next week's story about?
Next week's story, like I said, it's not Thanksgiving themed. I did not look at anything Thanksgiving themed.
Is there nothing to be thankful for in the story?
Well, yeah, actually there is. To a point.
Is that we're not the people in the story? Is that
yes, that is something. Yeah. there is a hero in the story. So there's that.
Okay.
But a lot of it is not a thankful scenario.
Is it a me story? Like a story that I would do?
I would say it's like an 80% you story.
Okay.
Because there's no murder in it.
Okay.
But there is like bad outcomes.
And like the next one I don't think is going to be murder. I think it's going to be kidnapping that I do.
My story next week is about kidnapping.
Okay, I'll switch. I'll do cannibalism instead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, even better. You want to do cannibalism for the Thanksgiving episode?
I got something to be thankful for that that family's not cooking dinner.
That you're eating here, not there.
Yep.
Anyways.
To the next pour and the next plot twist.